defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
Maybe you realize because it was cut off, my dog shit Wi-Fi.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for space. It's Randall. Breaks into the open. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
About to start kindergarten football.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing and you can't really get...
It's a fumble! Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Oh wait, we got it.
I didn't think we got it. On that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going nowhere.
Major thing in flying.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. He's finally stopped, and now before he takes it into the red zone, they'll mark it at the 18.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. Happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking it.
Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. It'll be 3rd and long. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. Touchdown LSU! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Sorry about the technical
That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Utah State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Aggies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to UTEP. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Makes the grab. It's Brown. And just a short, safe pass play.
Hood's got 1,300 yards rushing. Look at that shit. 1,315 yards rushing. 200 carries. That is insanity. I'm likely going to lose long term.
If I had any say in
Few.
About this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
no. Sorry, my idiot dog is...
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Makes the tackle.
Ain't for the statue here for you, man.
Really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. Guys, LSU has the lead.
What the
here.
fuck are you
This
still
has been
dancing?
a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Motion from the wide receiver. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the open. So they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Makes the catch. It's Turner. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sideline. You got to throw it for...
That's a fumble on the play. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. So Clemson is lining up. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they're paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. We've certainly seen better performance.
A little bit of a checkup.
From this group, you have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out.
Into the sideline.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass
All
defense.
security, what's that?
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
He'll return it from the 50. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time. There he goes. Touchdown. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man, putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game 1, they've done a phenomenal job.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's random. And the returner will be brought down. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Off play action on 1st down. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Give to the back. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Slips through the line. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the press. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Back to pass on second down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just dribbled through his fingers. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. First step of this drive comes from their own 44. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
Wants to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Out to the 35-yard line, and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man down the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
And these aren't easy situations for these offenses, man. Like, it's a known passing situation. The defense is playing coverage. Nowhere to go with the football, forces the incompletion, and this one is all but over.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Okay.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The quarterback takes a knee. And now on second down for this offense. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all three phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
It's just different. It's just totally different. Reminds me of different leagues, not conference leagues. Reminds me of different leagues, not conferences, different leagues. Hang on a second. I'm back.
Oh, that's short. Oh, we barely got enough. My God. I thought it was short. Kind of released early on the power there. I thought we were short. We got it. Kickers are very sober today. Kickers are very sober. I'm not. I'm drinking.
You know we gonna beat their ass. Oh, you want it? Options here. It's not entirely. Tackle. Alright, Victor.
We've got a rivalry game on deck, and these two fan bases have been going at it early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you got to think this will be a little contentious.
Yeah, let's teach those.
Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a team from the American, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers.
Number 3.
Davis joined here in the booth.
Weird.
David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Tigers offense has the ball first today. Blowouts in rivalry
That last meeting was in...
Sometimes teams start pressing,
was about...
it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset.
About 10 or so years ago.
What happens this time, David?
Possibly
Either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Don.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourself and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. He'll field the punt and look for room. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. So the Tulane Green Wave offense will have its first chance to go on the attack. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not good. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over.
Turning it on! Pretty good effort
Third
on that one
and
to work his way up to the 42. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Wants to throw on third.
and tackle for a loss.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line.
Okay,
Not
this
sure we'll dive
time.
into the playbook here on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Complete in the middle. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense. Him to the ground.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he makes the catch inside the 10.
Well, we know this. Special. And because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Self-awareness.
2nd and goal coming up. To the air. It's Nussmeier. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
It's hard in this area throwing over this big defensive line. They've got long arms. You saw it right there, knocking that ball down on 2nd down.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Put it in the window for the score.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game, he scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
Excuse me for a minute. I'm just one.
He'll bring it out. It's Calico. That gamble.
I did not care for.
They bring him down at the 12-yard line.
I do not care for Stranger Things at all. I never have, never will. Even when it first came out when I was in high school.
When they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU.
I did not care for it.
Big-time players.
If I wanted 80s nostalgia, I would have watched an 80s movie.
Cheeky Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block.
I would have watched.
That's what this guy reminds me of sometimes.
Well, one example. TV in the room there, Red Dawn, the original version. I would have watched E.T. I would have watched, if I don't like it, to begin with.
Man, this defense has been so
Even if I don't like the movie to begin with, I would have watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off if I wanted 80s nostalgia. I don't need to watch this.
Goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
No fair catches here, looking for room. Returns like that are why you don't settle for
This
catch if you don't have to.
compilation of shit writing with
Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field.
they're coated in member berries and their member berry juice and in aqua.
First down and 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Nussmeier. And he really needed to hold on to that
alive
one, but
during
it was
the
knocked
80s.
loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the
Sorry,
QB's
no.
throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Oh, they're after him. It's complete. And he got away from the defense and takes it in.
My point for names.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing
Ooh.
right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
It's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit.
Shotgun still. Shotgun offense.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work.
We got first down.
He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Running back searching for a hole. Got the 1st down and more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Now inside the 20. 1st and 10 from the 18. They'll ride the hot hand. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a second down.
Blowing up Clemson and
using his legs, it's Durham.
by 45 points. And letting them score. So they score absolutely anything.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense.
And that one is picked up in the end zone. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Breeze, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're small.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical. The third on third and long. On the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Callaway. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to fourth down. Tulane forced to send out the punt.
It's relevant today because it's a lesson taught to that should be taught to everyone that every time government overreach and whatnot has been talked about, you see these people going, before we have a revolution. These people ain't got the fucking balls to follow through with it. And what I'm getting to here about Red Dawn is this. You see a lot with these kids that are members of the Wolverines being killed one by one. And in the end with that rock, their names, even their leader, got killed. Basically, and it ain't just in fiction, in real life too.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
Pass interference. Defense.
So given where the line of
basically what I'm getting at here is revolutions require a lot of sacrifice. There's a heavy price to pay for it to get your point across in revolution, to make it succeed and whatnot.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line.
You know,
so good at the point of attack, and
whether it be in blood or even your own freedom if it fails. Your freedom, your comfort, but the lives of your friends, even your own. All
of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
There's a rock with their names on it that serve as a gravestone for them.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone.
It's time you know. Here's just one question.
And he never had a chance.
As I've already said, revolutions take a lot of
And this
sacrifice.
offense on first down, man, they go
Your
backwards.
comfort, your
And they built a
blood,
deficit,
your
and
life,
they've been
or your
sluggish,
freedom.
and they just need something.
He lobs one high down the left
The
side.
point is,
It's picked off, and they ruin
they
the
got the
drive.
balls to
He goes down.
follow
after a
through with
short
this.
return, but what a play to get the football back. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the
Are you
half.
wait?
That
No,
was
you're.
not a great throw.
Are you able
I didn't
to?
call
Are
it
you
ungood.
willing
Tried to put some air under it and just made it too easy.
to walk?
I
To
don't
walk?
think the quarterback had a lot of confidence in where he was going with that football, Reese. I mean, that's a ball that needed to get there so much sooner. You got to put a little bit more mustard on that throw, and just lobbing the ball down the field like that, I don't know. You're asking for an interception.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Mobley. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Here's the heat. And the quarterback is down at the 11-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Bringing the heat. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. The solid return there.
And down to the 30, probably 39.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're already in great field goal
It's
position
more like
here, David.
37 to me.
Full drop. Be aggressive. Try to get the touchdown here, man.
Ooh.
Such great
Wow.
starting field position.
It's just going to take one play, right? They've got the weapons outside. Give a guy an opportunity to make a play in the end zone. Think about the momentum change that would cause.
Going for it all. He was open, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Got the quick pass. Now the connection takes it to the 11. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Callaway. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single
I
possession.
just
Fresh start here in the second half.
noticed that throughout the entire
Offense, things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get
she
something
was
going
never
early
one
here on this
purple.
drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me.
Variation of
On
that.
first down from their own 22. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he is just engulfed in the line by this giant defensive
The only
tackle.
variants of uniform I've ever seen is them wearing the white helmets. That's it.
Go up top. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks.
Hang on a minute. I still liked purple.
Wants to return it. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot. And that means there's going to be holes, and the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When we got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Caught over the middle. It's Preston. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead. They're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself,
got enough space. Touchdown, Tigers. Great job by the back on the option.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Hauls it in, looking for space. There he goes. Open it up. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. He's got it. The ball is down at the 14 after that.
He comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Kansas State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Tulane now facing 3rd and forever. Here's the snap. snap, ready to cut one loose. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
And the returner goes down. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the third quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll leave it with the lone back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The number one goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy's one of the best in the nation. He's had 0 impact in this game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Hayes. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And here comes the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tigers!
Okay, that's official. Our running back is stealing 9 points.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
He'll bring it out. It's Callaway. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that
Ain't
football,
very
and
good.
it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, running back on the move. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Forced to send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt. He's going to get loose. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full,
Substitute
for quite a while.
Guillory.
Return there. LSU will dive
I don't want
into
these
the
kids getting too hurt. I know he's the best, but it's like your guitar. You gotta take care of it.
Going to work on 2nd down. The red zone is still some ground to cover. Pick up that
Oh,
first
2
down.
touchdown passes.
Play action. Caught close to the marker. It's Brown.
All right, now it's 3. You happy?
Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
Heck.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. A couple of plays into the end.
You're at home. I'd rather not eat.
Defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Oh, God, boy.
And
I'd rather
it'll be a
not
touchback.
eat.
The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
What can you say about the impact this dude has had on this game? He has been completely unblockable all game long, guys. That's his 3rd sack of the game.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Shoots it to the left. Finds a man in the middle. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Wants to go up top. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Let's it fly. Find space on the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Going with the counter play here.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Finds his man. It's sharp. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? Leaves it with the back. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. Hit as he throws. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're make something happen. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes.
All right, let's start.
Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Pulls it in, it's Brown. Inside the 35. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it. They should be able to kneel this one out. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go into the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us for
I have technically acquired Oh! Alright, let's see.
A battle of squads and a rivalry that might not be the most prominent for either of these two schools, but it's one that can easily define season trajectories and put the victor on the path to the college football playoff. Welcome everyone to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Gators will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So LSU's offense takes the field. This rivalry might be a little more heated than you realize. The Gators and the Bayou Bengals locked up at 10 at the half, but Florida poured it on in the second and served a reminder to everyone. Touchdowns win games, not field goals.
Yeah, and DJ Lagway was sensational throwing it, playing at home. Their defense did an outstanding job as well. And, David, I think when you look back last year to the Gators and their finish of the season, this was the game that kick-started it. Winning this game gave them confidence to beat Ole Miss the following week.
And then they had on a 4-game win streak, and I think you started to see, I believe, in the Billy Napier era. Everybody was very skittish to start the year. It was a rough start. You called that Miami game to open the season. It was awful. Florida really turned it around because of a big win against LSU.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Grabbed over the middle. It's Durham. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Pass mistakes, and he may get more. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's his offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every day. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He's brought down. It'll be enough for a first down.
They start getting wise to it.
With a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Coming off the season in which things really didn't go their way in conference play, and they'd love to get on a roll here this season.
Well, this is a team from a roster standpoint, though, that believes they're better on the field than they were a year ago. They've made some additions through high school recruiting, through the portal, and they think that's going to be the difference, David.
Yeah, and now they got to put it together, right? And this is when it really works. When you get in conference play, it gets different. The familiarity within the league of all the coaches. And so this is really hard for them. But I'm interested to see what they can do and to see if they can bounce back.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Going for 6. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. This is a money play on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Goal line defense, and he gets nothing as he stopped right at the 2. The Gators offense will go to work for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Nice punt return. I'll tell you what, it's always nice to have a good field position, but it's nice to have a guy back deep when you kick it to him. You're holding your breath. It's so exciting. The fans get jacked up, and you know this guy can take it to the house.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
I'm sorry,
the
Bills.
offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Looking for the score. Couldn't quite hang on to that one, and this red zone defense came that close to forcing the turnover. 3rd down coming up. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice. Touchdown, LSU! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
This offense is so good, and they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The short hands. It's Harvey. Good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Wilson. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. You saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, just... poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This this is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level. And with that, this program carrying it on their shoulder.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Trying to do it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down. On the ground, it's Durham. Fighting off the defender. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
And a lot of history between these two teams, because even when there were two divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry featuring lots of NFL talent and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997, going into Baton Rouge and losing, and the fans rushing the field, tearing down the goalposts. These two teams have unbelievable fan bases and lots of talent on the field.
They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Ball down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Right away from picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here's the handoff. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last when they need 8 on second down. Keeps it on the bootleg. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Gators are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Runs through a tackle. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. They bring the punter onto the field now. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Cradles it at the 35. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Touch pass on the right. There he goes. Got some room in under the goal line. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of you, right? If I fake this pass, I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. You can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And no sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone and get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone.
Last June 4.
Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Some more yards, I'll give him that.
He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. And the returner will be dragged down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Power football with the run. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the run.
There's so much riding on the run. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And the Gators will punt it away on 4th down. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Returns like that are why you don't settle with a fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react?
That's one more in some countries.
Howitzer coming out like that.
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw. It's going to be tough to stop that throw.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the tight end. Turning it on! He was smelling that end zone, but then getting down at the 4 after the big pass play. We got a timeout here late in the
That's not
first half. We're now trying to get
last
points
June.
on the board before the break. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback or receiver.
Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for a score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not 1, not 2, 3 games in a row he's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game 3.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Texas Tech is currently trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Patrick Mahomes, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oregon State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. Leaves it with the running back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Off play action. Gets away. Can't get him to the ground. Finds his man. It's ball. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Back to pass. It's Lagway. Buys a little time. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, seems like every time Florida and LSU get together, magic happens. And halfway through this one, the sparks have been flying. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. 2 quarters to go. Time to find out who comes out on top, guys, between the Tigers and Gators.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. It'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop. I score, I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager.
He scored your offensive corner, really beating them by 17 points. You think you're alive.
In a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if this defense wants to get back
This
in
is
the
the best.
football game, they've
This is
got
your brightest
to match the
ideas.
physicality
Start
of
with.
this offense, and that's a
Even though they've
great start
gone
here in the second
absolutely
half. Like,
wise
come
to it,
out,
huh?
not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more
Well,
aggressive team.
You know, the defense doesn't have an
just-
answer for this slot guy right now. They need to
I
think
mean,
about bracketing him,
you're
having
fired.
a defender play to the outside right? Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Or will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll try the run. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw. It's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Looking for room. It's Ball. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To give to the tailback. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down. The Gators will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to set those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
This is your best and wisest ideas for defense and for offensive play. Just making our finger guys run the ball.
It's Nussmeier. Touchdown, Tiger! And the stomping has commenced.
And scored a tutty.
Now they have extended this.
Anyways,
Guy starting to put the hammer, but sometimes
I think it's a bright idea. You're an offensive coordinator, and you think it's a bright idea to keep doing the run play even after the opposing defense gets fucking wise to it. And I, as your coach, need to fire you right now. Right now. I would have fired you mid-game and taken over your fucking offensive.
Coming out with it, it's Abrams. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Grabbed in the middle, it's Livingston.
This is your idea. This is your brightest idea. I need to fire you spot right now. Right here, right now. Get the fuck out.
He didn't rush, he didn't hurry, he took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, give him 1. And the Gators line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker, it's Wilson. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backs up now. Here's 2nd and long. The lone back's got it. Got enough for the first. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Might as well give it to him again. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The give from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
The Gators will punt this one away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the
run
22.
play even after
And the defense doing a great
done
job
this so many
committing to the
fucking
run.
times.
Commit to the run like
And this is
Obviously,
your best fucking plan.
some plays
A
in the
run
passing
play.
game, but you got to stop the run first.
Now they'll run it to the right here. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push. To
This
get
is your
some
best
running
idea.
lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones
Right
that
now.
make it go.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Grab near the marker is Anderson. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
When you're a playmaker
You're
like this
fired.
guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. And we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here.
Yeah, for all I fucking care, sit down.
One more period to go.
Bro,
We'll
it
see
matters.
just how
Sit
much
up.
fight they've got
Sit
left
up.
in them.
Yeah, fuck that noise.
And a chance to
It's your best idea, huh?
Let's see how they start the final period here on
Now get
2nd
the
down.
fuck out of here, you're fired.
The throw. And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI.
Pass interference. Offense.
Some hand fighting at the point of the catch will draw the penalty, but this one is going to go against the offense. Gives it on the option. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what call. Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Marking the middle. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Looking to convert, LSU comes to the line on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, and the defense comes up with the sack. And this is the day. This is honestly not what we expected. We expected this to be a high-flying offense. You know, this trigger man is usually really, really on top of things. This is a day he would love to forget.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Intercepted deep in his own end. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. The 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Tennessee is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Neyland Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play could put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so he bid up and not allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They're going to ride this running back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Lagway.
Nuts is hard.
Got a man. It's Sturdivant. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th
Chest is
quarter.
hurt.
They'll go for it on 4th down.
Nuts is
He'll try to
hurt.
throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Gators have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there versus 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Just keep slinging it. Here comes the heat. Slips away. He goes at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They'll run it. They want to take their time.
Just a
here.
flesh wound.
Man down.
Just a flesh wound. I shall be no
As the
more.
officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Oh no. That's bad.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Slings it downfield.
What the fuck kind of catch is that?
He'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the big fella. He is denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
Mark Martin, what about him?
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. The Gators will call on their punt team. Hauls it in at the 40. He's got great speed. And there he goes.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. And the
Take a shot, Taylor.
Ball out pretty quick, but
Take
if
a
you're
shot,
gonna
Taylor.
do that, that's fine, but we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
The short hands. It's Sturdivant. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
$6 billion.
The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do
Let's use
before their next football game.
And the Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Still firing away as he'll go down swinging. And they've got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one. And a fitting way to put a capper on this game. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just a mess.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games because this is always there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Tournaments. Okay, I'm calling this one, right? It's been very fun tonight. I thank you all for watching. I thank you all for watching.